Welcome to this moment, to this breath. Allow yourself in to settle, first of all. Feeling your feet on the ground or your back in bed or the hammock. Feeling support wherever you are. Feeling like you're held with compassion by something greater than us. Something that is us, but on a far larger scale than we can comprehend intellectually with our black and white thinking, with our logical minds that are so handy sometimes, but are not handy when it comes to awe and wonder. As we breathe into how big and vast we really are, how big and vast our hearts are. And as we breathe into whatever current pain or struggle we might be feeling, and immediately when I say that, it's like, oh yeah, right here. It's like, oh. Oh. And scan your own body and see if there's anything in particular that's calling out. If not, something that's been bugging you. It can be anywhere from the anything like a small, I say small like a body pain, but it could be a massive body pain right now. Something that keeps you from moving. Or it could be, as I was holding with my beloved, the loss of a child. Whatever it is, breathe that in right now with compassion for yourself. Let that be there. Each breath, in-breath you take in, bathe yourself in compassion. Another pain that I can become thinking so narrow about is even growing old. How I can feel obsolete. It's like, well, maybe my time has come and gone, right? So breathing that in, and teary coming up with that. But whatever stories you're telling yourself, breathe it in. Yes, that hurts to have that story, because it certainly is a story on some levels, and then at other levels that it's not. So breathe it in with compassion, with love, with care. Whether it's a pain in the neck, whether it's a huge loss, whether it's a story you're telling yourself about your place in the world, mattering or not. What is yours to do now? Just breathe in compassion, and then breathe out the awe and wonder of, and there's thousands, if not millions, I would guess millions of even the things that I mentioned so far, people going through the exact same thing at this moment all over the world. It may seem early or late here, but it's not someplace else, This is a common human thing, this struggles we have, each one of them. And it seems so like me. I'm laughing at that. It's like, Um, and it's helpful for me to look at just how massive it is, the awe and wonder. And as I breathe out compassion for all the other people in the world that are having, neck pain or horrible knee pain that my friend was describing to me the other day, or horrible leg pain. They can't walk anymore. Horrible foot pain. Breathe in compassion for that. And then breathe out compassion for all the millions of people at the same time that are struggling with this. I mean, there's 6 billion people in the world. There's probably at least 1 million with neck pain right now. And I'm laughing not to minimize it. I'm laughing because of the awe of like, oh, it's like it seems to like shift it somehow to have it shared with others. And the same thing with the stories we tell ourselves. I mean, with the, this medias worldwide, even though that some cultures really value the wisdom of our elders, and I certainly value my wisdom and people older than me, with more experience, wiser than me. With the trend in media and advertising and sales, like selling younger and younger, there's millions of people all over the world with the same stories, and to like send compassion to them. In breath for my stories, out breath for the awe and wonder, and I'm not alone. And clearly it's a story. Because it may be this way in this instance, but it certainly isn't that way in another instance. It's not easy. It's not hard to, it's not easy. It's not hard to let that story dissolve. But the awe and wonder all over the world. There's people that are telling themselves and believing it even worse, right? Believing the story that they're obsolete due to their age. How extraordinary is that? It's jaw-dropping, isn't it? When so many people, so beautiful, so talented, somehow for a second believe that story. Compassion for yourself, for whatever you tell yourself. You know them. It's the same old story. You know them. And share with all beings in the world compassion for those stories. And then the big pains, the big losses. Certainly the loss of a child is huge. The pain of having a child addicted to drugs or alcohol, or addicted to anything. I've gone from millions to millions and millions with that one, right? How hard it is for a parent to see their child struggle. Breathe that in and then share it. Compassion for all parents in the world. Parents of pets, parents of humans. How hard it is. Holding each other with compassion. For the big losses, the big pains. So you can keep rotating through those, or you can spend more time giving compassion to yourself, because certainly sharing it with others is more challenging. But I invite you to enter into the awe of our pain as human beings, our shared humanity, and go back and forth for breathing compassion for ourselves and then to others. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed this tremendously. I hope you have too.